Well, another day, heading out to go fossil hunting again. Hopefully better day today. We're going to a place that's been very productive in the past. And once again, we're not the lead vehicle, and we've been eating a lot of dust on this road. Oh, fortunately, there's a little bit of breath of wind here that's blowing the dust away before we get to it. Well, a few more miles to go, and we'll be able to start fossil hunting. Well, the first load of people and equipment's heading out over the hill. This is as far as we can take the trucks. So we're gonna wait to have our equipment ferried over. Some of us may walk. It's not that long a walk, and getting there is a little quicker than waiting to be ferried one or two at a time on the ATV. So but at least we don't have to carry our equipment, so that's a bonus. Yeah, hiking in, and just had a bunch of antelope run across our path. See if we can see them again. Get up to the top of this hill. Oh, there they are, way the heck over there. I don't even know if they're showing up on the camera. Way over there, probably close to half a mile away by now. Well, they are the fastest animals in North America, so when they get to running, they don't fool around. Not that much farther to walk, and we'll be on the edge of the Badlands where we're gonna hunt today. And here we are, less than 10-minute walk, punctuated with a pronghorn encounter. And we are up at the edge of the Badlands. Cena's doing the smart thing. She's doing some stretching exercises before we go climbing in there. It's rough ground, but actually where we're hunting today, we call it the plateau. Don't bother looking for it on any map. It's not an official name. It's just what we call this area. Believe it or not, it's a lot flatter and less rugged than places we hunt. Although, looking at it from up here, the edge of the grass, it really doesn't look that flat. But really, it is quite a bit of an easier area than where we were yesterday, especially, and other days since we've been out here. It's also very productive. This area has given up a lot of great fossils, so here's hoping it does again today. So this is an area that everybody else bypassed coming in, so I decided to come over and hunt it. I do hate walking in other people's footsteps, because a lot of these people are really good at spotting fossils. You walk in their footsteps, you're probably not going to find anything yourself. So get off into virgin territory every chance I get. But I'm not seeing anything over here. Little bits of tortoise shell here and there. That's about it. Collect my green bag and make my way down and up over there where everybody else is going. Okay, worked my way down off that finger over there and worked my way up onto the plateau. Start searching. Getting onto the plateau is the hard part. After that, it's pretty easy hiking. How do I want to approach this? This is kind of crumbly. It's really easy to start slipping and sliding on this crumbly stuff. Go around this way, I guess. Yeah, you gotta go down and up a few times to get to the plateau. I gotta get over where Bill is up there and Steve. I see my wife's still working her way over there. I probably should have went around the other side of the hill. It looks easier. Definitely easier on the other side of the hill. Don't do this every year. You kind of forget the best way to do things. The geography. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a little causeway over here. I can avoid this area of chaotic terrain with all its ups and downs and ankle twisters. Go across this little causeway here. Yeah. Makes life easier. Beautimus! I do believe we have arrived at the plateau. Yep. Oh, frogs are happy down that pond. Oh, sound's coming through. Okay, I'm gonna drop my green bag here and probably my pack too. It's not a huge geographic location, so if I need anything I can come back for it and just start hunting. And I've got a plan for how I want to search this. I'm going to hit all the areas that I've found good stuff in the past, searching along the way, and then just start quartering it. What you got, Steve?
It's not fossilized, but at that size, that has to be a jackrabbit.
Okay.
They're big.
All right. Mr. Paleo Analysis over here, Steve Vaccari.
Oh, you're recording.
I'm recording. If I'm talking, I'm recording.
That's not true when you know it.
Well, you know, it's a way I can get away with talking to myself, okay? All right, so actually, let me get my pack off and start walking. Lizard vertebrae? Yeah. No? Bill found a lizard vertebrae. Steve's found a blown up turtle. Plenty of those.
A piece of the shell that's got a little bite mark on it.
Oh yeah, look at that. Something was gnawed on that turtle.
One of those from the trip.
So there's going to be probably hours of walking around up here. Might be a little boring. I'll show you the highlights rather than make you watch the whole thing. So Steve over there on the left with the vest on, he's found some kind of jaw, and Mike and Bill are looking at it. And I am hunting this little hill right here. There is just so much stuff, so many little nooks and crannies. I mean, if you just zoom into any of these little nooks and crannies. There's a rodent tooth, there's a little bone, some bone bits down here. I mean, they're just, all these nooks and crannies are full of stuff. And searching them all is just, it takes forever. You got to be slow and methodical. And the lighting is important too, because right now it's like an hour or so before noon. Come back to this hill this afternoon, the lighting will be completely different. And stuff you didn't see before will jump out at you. So basically, you're going to have to search everything at least twice out here to make sure that we're not missing anything. So, Steve, Mr. Paleo Analysis, first decent find of the morning. Got himself a jawbone down there.
Don't know what of yet. I'll have to poke at it a little more before I know.
Yeah, find out if there's a skull under it.
But you can see right here, there's
teeth.
Where the teeth were poking out.
Yeah.
This is all that was exposed to begin with, and I couldn't tell whether it was a rib or a jawbone upside down.
Yeah.
So.
I had that problem yesterday. Unfortunately, yesterday it was just a piece of rib. So
I got stuck with 2 ribs 2 days ago that out of desperation I found myself carving those out of the concrete.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right.
Considering how badly skunked we've all been getting, I'll take it.
Yep. Good job. So here I am in pretty much the same situation Steve found himself in. I got a bone coming out of the heel, but I'm pretty sure this is a leg bone, and it's in really bad shape. But let me probe around and see if there's anything else down in the dirt beneath it. There might be more of the critter here. Well, I guess I'm not as lucky as Steve, because my leg bone turned out to be just a blown up leg bone. There doesn't seem to be anything else underneath it. I'll look upslope some and see if I can find anything else poking out. This bone may have rolled down slope and just it got embedded here. It's not really worth collecting because it's in too many pieces and it's been too weather beaten. But I may pick up the pieces just so that, in a year or two, come out here, see them poking out of the mud. I don't follow the same trail of breadcrumbs to nowhere again. So just get them out of the field here. Okay, so here's a little section of jaw with teeth in it. Do you see it? Let me zoom in. Yeah, do you see it now? Let's see what we got here. Almost certainly orient. I'll take a closer look at these later. Gonna hunt again, as per usual, upslope and see if I can find a jaw coming out of this matrix somewhere, because this was laying, on the flat down here in a little wash. So it's obviously washed down from up above. So just searching this hill just takes forever if you want to find anything on it, because it's just so rough and bumpy and so many nooks and crannies. And it's got to be just right to get the right angle on it and see those bones poking out so you can dig. So let me hunt and see where these teeth came from. So I've learned a few search tips over the years. Okay, well, the most obvious one is don't hunt in your own shadow if you can avoid it. Second one is I have found hunting uphill is much more productive than hunting downhill, because the part of the hill right in front of you is much closer to your eyes when you're going uphill than when you're going downhill. Of course, at some point you got to go downhill to go back up again, but I try to hunt the likely looking hills going up. Man, there is a lot of tortoise shell here. I mean, some of these tortoises were monsters, near the size of EW bugs. Their shells are just bits of shell everywhere, all blown up. And this looks like a bit of a leg bone, probably from the same tortoise. I am not seeing anything that would have shed those teeth I found down the hill. At least not yet. Gonna keep looking. Another tip I've learned is to be slow and methodical. And I mentioned earlier about the lighting angle. I'm trying to come back to this hill later today when the light's completely different and look it over again. Alright, let me put the phone down and concentrate on hunting. I hope the sound of the frogs is coming through. They are really making a commotion down there in that pond. No doubt trying to make lots of baby frogs before it dries up in the summertime. It's been a lot of rain when we first got out here, so a lot of water in that pond and a lot of happy frogs. It's really eerie though when they all of a sudden all stop croaking at once. It's like you look around and see what's going on. Beautiful country here. Absolutely gorgeous country. I wouldn't mind living out here for the views, but I'm not a cattle rancher, so it'd be hard to make a living out here. That's about all anybody does. That and fossil hunt, which I need to get back to. Got a copperlight here that's just absolutely full of fragments of bone. So obviously this was a carnivore's poo 30 million years ago. I'll collect that. I mean, copperlights, everybody loves copperlights, but I especially find them interesting when they are full of bone and they came from carnivores. So, cool. Otherwise, the search goes on. It's about lunchtime. I know my wife's hangry, so I'm going to have to go join her for lunch pretty soon. Well, as per usual, finding blown up tortoises. This one here looks like it's upside down. Carapace underneath plastron. Way too far gone to bother trying to salvage. It's just all blown to pieces. I may look around and see if I can find any leg or toe bones that are intact amongst the debris here. But the freeze-thaw cycles have just destroyed this thing. Nobody found it when it first started eroding out, clearly, or they probably would have dug it out before it got to this state. So it's been exposed to the weather here and nobody's seen it for years. Years and years, probably. And it's just all fallen apart from the freeze-thaw cycles. So I'll poke around in it and continue looking. So I got another copperlight here. But this one, not only has fragments of bone in it, this one's got a very sharp-looking tooth sticking out of it. That must not have been fun to pass. That must have hurt. My goodness. That would have been painful. It's a cool specimen, though. I'm keeping that. Hunt goes on. So something else I've learned over the years is you see bones sticking out of the matrix, like these over here that I saw, is you dig around and see if there's anything else there. And if they're just laying on the surface and look like they've been transported by water, yeah, I know that they probably came down from uphill, but when they're actually sticking out of the matrix, that's different. It could just be the tip of something good buried in there. And you probe around with a knife or a pick like this, and you listen and feel for more bone. Hear that sort of tinging noise? That's what you get with bone. It's different. It's dull. It's dead with the matrix. Because the bone's a lot harder than the matrix. So yeah, I probed around. I found a few small shards of bone buried, but there doesn't seem to be any of the rest of the critter here. So I'm going to move on. Oh, and found a cool owl pellet full of bones over here. My wife collects these, so I'll give it to her. Very cool. Found a lot of owl pellets on this trip. Wish I was finding lots of skulls, though. Well, woohoo! Look what I just found. Yeah, there's a section of jaw with some nice big teeth in it. And here's another section of jaw with small teeth in it. So we got two different critters, sections of jaw down here in this wash area. So I'm going to have to look around up there. But yeah, this is cool. Let me get a close-up look and see what we got here. I'm not 100% certain, because there seems to be a lot of wear on these teeth, but this might be Oreodont, one of the larger species of Oreodont. And here's a section right here. That kind of looks like Oreodont, maybe one of the smaller species. This one I'm not certain. This one I'm going to have to clean up. We might actually have 3 different critters' teeth down here in this wash. So, yeah, is that Oreodont? I think that's Oreodont. So, I'm going to collect all these and then look around up here and see if I can find where all these teeth are coming from. Yeah. Alright, so I carefully dug out this section of jaw. This was a much bigger beast than I was expecting. This jaw is really thick and robust. But I am pretty sure this is Oreodont. Getting a close look at the teeth now. Yeah, those are Oreodont teeth. Now over here, I still don't know what these smaller ones are. I'm going to have to clean them carefully tonight get a better look at the dentition there and figure out what they are. I mean, they're probably Oriodont. When in doubt, Oriodont is what we say out here, because they were like one of the most common animals at this time. And they came in different species. There were big ones, there were little ones, there were old ones, there were young ones. So these could be Oriodont, and these two pieces could be associated. But again, there's just so much mud in the teeth, I can't tell if they're the same kind of tooth or if the two pieces of jaw go together. So we'll find out tonight. So I'm going to wrap these in foil and put them in a safe place in my pack, and then diligently search up this hill for any skulls that might be eroding out and losing some teeth, because we've got at least 2 critters up here, maybe 3 somewhere up here. So okay, let me wrap these and get to searching. Well, I can't find anything else on this hill, unfortunately. I guess it's possible the jaws and the teeth were the last to erode out. I am finding some other bits of bone that have already eroded out. Here's a nice ball end from a femur. I think I'll collect that just because it's cool. But yeah, there's little shards of bone here and there, but I'm not finding anything eroding out of the matrix that I can follow in and hopefully find another bit of critter. It's all laying on the surface, unfortunately. So let me finish up what I'm doing here. Search the top of the hill again, and put my pack up there where I can see it from a distance. I don't want to set my pack down on something and completely miss it. So, and then the hunt will go on after I get my femur ball end down here. Well, the chance of rain today was supposed to be pretty low, but I don't think Mother Nature got the memo. That's building up pretty bad over there. I see the occasional flash of lightning out of it too. Not close enough to hear the thunder yet, but this bears keeping an eye on. We are the highest things around out here on the plateau, those of us out here hunting. And once we get back up onto the prairie up there, where our trucks are, we're definitely the highest things around. So keep a weather eye out here. Meanwhile, the hunt goes on. Well, I got a big section of hip or shoulder socket here from a pretty darn big animal. This is a big socket. Don't know what it might be. Not enough here to tell. I think I'm just going to leave this one and keep hunting for something more identifiable before the rain moves in. Well, I just heard on the radio that Steve may have found a pelvis on the other side of this hill over here. He's back there. I also heard our expedition leaders say, get it out quick. Yeah, this is getting worse looking by the minute. So, good luck, Steve. Hopefully you can get it out, or at least cover it and stabilize it so we can come back another day and finish the job. Meanwhile, I'm still hunting. More hills to hunt. They never end. Oh, the wind is getting up as that storm gets closer. Look what I've come across here. I've come across fox lynch. Yeah, feathers. Lots of feathers. Some bits of the bird's body over here. And there, in amongst all the feathers, is a big leg bone end. We'll have a look at that. But yeah, oh my goodness. Look at this. Okay. But boy, there's quite the trail of feathers down this solution hole over here. So, I don't know. I got a feeling something that eats birds lives down there. Maybe it could be some small predator. Possibly. Okay, let me check out this leg bone in amongst all these feathers. And then keep hunting. Okay, I gotta go over and get my pack and head back to the rally point. Pick up some supplies and get out of here. Expedition leaders just called an end to it because this storm is coming in fast and it's ugly and the wind is really getting up. So we are gonna get out of here just as quick as we can before it hits us. We got some emergency fossil excavation going on here before the rain comes in. Steve found something. Is there a consensus on what it is? No, not yet. He found something. Maybe horse, maybe something else. They're just trying to get it the heck out of here before the storm hits, rather than trying to figure out what it is at this point. So, 4 people digging on it. They're going to try and get it jacketed and out of here. They're going to get it jacketed, even if they have to do it in the pouring, freezing rain, and get it out of here today. They are better men than I would have covered it and come back later, but that's just me. So yes, the rain started coming down, and we could see that the storm was going to be a very bad one. We were in for much worse very quickly. So the idea of doing a conventional plaster and burlap jacket on Steve's fossil was thrown out the window, and a panicky, quick jacket made of multiple layers of duct tape was quickly applied. I don't know if anyone got footage of it because the weather was going south fast. After the multiple wraps of duct tape were put on the fossil, it was pried loose from the ground, given a shot of boot var glue, and we all abandoned the field just as the rain started coming down in buckets with lots of hail, all driven by hurricane force winds. We were all completely soaked. The temperature dropped to near freezing. By the time we got back to the trucks, we all looked like drowned rats, and we were frozen. I was never so grateful for heated seats in the truck in my life. That thawed us out really well. We decided to come back the next day because this is a pretty productive area and the rain drove us out quick. So tomorrow morning, we're coming back. Heading in for another day. We're going back to the plateau for a little while this morning because we got run off by the rain yesterday a little early. And what a difference a week makes, because we first started coming out here, we were wearing every stitch of clothing we had because it was freezing. Day's gonna be hot. So, a little bit lighter attire today. Heading back out onto the plateau for a while. We'll move on to fresh territory later today, but we got ran off pretty early yesterday by the rain, so we may have missed some stuff. And this is really the area where I started finding significant bits and pieces before the rain started, so I wouldn't mind looking around here again, at least for a few more hours before moving on to fresh territory. Work my way back out onto it. As I was on and off the plateau and up to the prairie so many times yesterday that I have scouted out the easy path. Especially when we were coming out yesterday with a load, easy path is greatly appreciated. Oh, looks like they found a tortoise over there. Maybe the rain uncovered it, because that hill was pretty thoroughly searched by all of us yesterday. Yeah, a lot of us searched that hill yesterday. None of us saw it. So did I. Dave was over there. Lisa was over there. So maybe the rain has uncovered some more goodness for us, since that tortoise wasn't showing yesterday. Oh, the frogs are happy down in the pond. Wow. Okay, so let me look around this side of the plateau. As people were finding stuff over here, I was over on the other side over there. That's where I was finding stuff. So I think I'm going to search this area and then maybe head back to where I was yesterday when the rain came in. So I'm going to get to searching. Find anything interesting, I will show it to you. Well, there's the big crater in the ground where we hurriedly removed Steve's skull he found at the end of the day, just as the rain was starting to pelt us. An emergency fossilectomy from the Badlands here. So let me see what else we can find, or what might have been missed in the frenzy to get Steve's fossil out. Blown up tortoises. Just there's one here, one over there, one over there, all over the place. My goodness. Just they start weathering out, and the freeze-thaw cycles and rain just tear them apart. Apparently they found one a couple hills over that's just starting to erode out. So that's when you need to find them. When they're just starting to erode out, because it doesn't take long. And, well, this is what's left. Okay. I'm not really all that interested in tortoises. I've pulled a fair number of them out of the Badlands. They're still sitting in plaster jackets in my garage. Haven't done anything with them. Looking for something a little better, if I can find it. So I'll take a tortoise if that's all I can find. The tortoise is still in good shape. Hoping to find something that I don't already have. So the hunt goes on. Well, maybe a half hour in, and here's an interesting find. Section of jaw with teeth. I will have to probe around here and upslope, of course, to see if I can find any more of the critter. There's stuff going down slope too. There might be bones in here. There might be bones in here. So I got to probe around and see what we got. So I will do that. Well, I thought I got really lucky and found some kind of predator, because predators are rare. You know, you're going to have one predator for every 1,000 or several thousand prey animals. You know, herbivores. So, the premolars kind of looked maybe predator-ish, but as I get back and I find molars, it's an orient. It's an orient herbivore. So, okay. Well, they are like the most common animal out here, other than the tortoises, maybe. So, you got to expect to find herbivores, a lot of them. So, I'm going to bag up these teeth on the surface and start taking down this area here, because I see bones sticking out. We'll see if we got the skeleton of the critter in there. Maybe this might be lower jaw. Maybe the upper jaw is in there intact. We'll see. So I'm going to put these teeth away for safekeeping and start digging. Well, no joy. Don't see any more of jaw or skull over here. The bone I saw sticking out of the hill below the teeth, it's just like an isolated chunk of broken leg bone. May not even be associated with the same animal. Probably all completely disarticulated and buried out here. I will look up slope just in case this stuff rolled down from something else coming out. Well, just up slope from that last group I found, here's another little section of jaw with teeth in it. Now, this is totally different from what I've seen down there. This might be rabbit or some sort of small rodent. Those look like a kind of teeth that keep growing all through the animal's life rather than the kind of teeth that we have. So Collect that too and keep working up slope. See if I can find anything else. And there's some more jaw with teeth. Well, I'm just killing it in this area. In a space of 10 minutes, I found I don't know how many pieces of this stuff. Clearly, my comrades have not searched this area recently, or there wouldn't be so much stuff laying out loose like this. Good, I'm in virgin territory. People I'm hunting with have very good eyes. They spot the fossils, so I would say with this much material laying around, nobody else has hunted this in a while. Maybe I've got a chance of finding something really good over here. I'm going to come over here and see what my wife found. And that looks a whole lot like a jaw. Maybe there's teeth on the other side of it. Maybe there's a skull. We'll see. I'll probably have to help her dig this out, since we're not going to be out here for very long. Plus, there's wasps over here, and she's allergic. She might have to abandon the area. So, let's see what we got. We might have a skull here. Underneath this jaw, it looks like it's some teeth poking up. So the teeth in this part would be poking down. We got teeth poking up here, so there might be a skull underneath here. Okay, the more we dig, the more we find. So we've got a coating of bootvar glue on it right now on what's exposed. And we're going to go have some lunch while this dries. We'll try and find where the bone stops, because I'm seeing it all the way out to here. And then we've got to do some excavating.
Make a jacket.
Make a plaster jacket, yep. So let's go find our packs and have some lunch. Well, we are excavating this, which our experts have come over and told us that it looks like, a lower jaw on top of a skull, which kind of what we thought it was too. Some question about what kind of skull it is. I mean, oriodont's always your best guess out here, but the jaw looks a little funny. So it could be horse, it could be something else.
It's not cat.
It's not cat. It's not a predator, unfortunately. But we're gonna put a jacket on it, plaster jacket, and haul it on up out of here. Good find, Leslie.
Thank you.
So, and she's soothing my bruised ego at not finding anything by saying this is ours. It's ours. Thank you, honey.
Of course.
Of course, I'll help her. I'll help her carry it out of here and do all the plastering, jacketing, and stuff. So, it might as well be part mine.
Right.
Right. Okay, we're going to start mushrooming it so that we can get the plaster jacket on. And then when we break it loose from the mushroom stem, hopefully we can roll it over and everything stays inside the jacket. Here, dirt on top to protect the exposed bones. Kind of acts as a cushion. Just little crumbles. Yeah. You want more foil. Reach yours? Huh? Can you reach yours there? Yeah.
let's put this.
Oh, you want to put it under the foil? Okay. All the
Some dirt up around it maybe too. All the spare parts.
yeah, all the little bits and pieces that were exposed, bagged up separately.
Good.
Well,
One more around.
we need more foil on this side. There's nothing. Yeah. All right, so plaster.
Let's go get some gloves.
Yeah, we'll need some gloves. We want it on our hands. Okay, burlap. Burlap. Water. Bag of plaster. Some more burlap. There's plenty of burlap anyway. Hope we got enough plaster and water. Fairly big jacket. Got another one here too. Put that aside for now. You want to do the honor of mixing the plaster
Okay.
to your favorite consistency? This is generally a very messy process.
That's why we have on gloves.
In this heat, we're going to have to be quick too. That plaster's going to set up fast.
Yep.
We get our burlap from coffee sacks, coffee bean sacks. We can get them cheap or free at coffee houses. Cut them up into strips. Places that roast their own beans always have a bunch.
Just a splash more water, please.
If we have to, I suppose we can use our own drinking water.
Yeah, well, that's
Take one for the team, huh?
that's last resort.
Yeah.
To make more, huh?
Yep.
Whoa. Let's not spill the water, huh?
Yeah. Okay, you want me to hold the water? You stir.
I think a little more water. Is that down over the edge going up there?
Yeah. plaster here. I have to coat it with some goopy stuff.
Oh, yeah. I think we might need more.
Yeah, we got hardly any on this thing. About the best we can do. It's what we got. Sure it's tight down at the bottom on the mushroom stem. So all the goodies don't fall out.
There's nothing like in here, though, is there?
Yeah, that's one clean bucket. All right.
Wait for it to dry.
All we got to do is wait for it to dry. Which is going to take
Not very long.
probably not very long, though. Longer than you think it will always. Yeah, thing of beauty or what? Well, our fellow fossil hunters have moved on. They're way over there on that next plateau over. There's a deep chasm between here and there. You got to go up onto the prairie, walk over, and then down over there. So they've left us to our own devices while our plaster jacket over here hardens up. It's about there. We'll be ready to start breaking the mushroom stem here shortly and flip it over. And we can get it out of here. Time to break the mushroom stem and flip it over. We did everything right. All the goodies will stay in the jacket. Oh yeah, it's moving. It's definitely moving. Yeah, it's gonna break pretty easy. I'd say it's loose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's loose.
All right, so let's flip it this way. You want to get your hands, I'll lift it, you get your hands under it and hold the goodies in. Okay?
Okay.
On
1,
three?
2,
Well, 3.
3.
Well, I think we did okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay. All right. So I think we managed to flip it and leave. I don't see any bone. So, no bones. I guess we got all of it. Boot bar the crap out of it. Let me get my face out of the way from it before you start spraying that stuff. The boot bar glue will hold it all together. All this crumbly stuff on the bottom of the mushroom here, and then before we pack it off back to Florida, we'll put a plaster cap on top of it to totally seal and reinforce it. All right, good job, good find, perfect extraction, I'd say.
Yes.
Yes, teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another day, another bad dash at the end for Steve to get his find out. You gotta find this shit earlier in the morning, guy.
You did?
Oh, really?
It started at the beginning of the day. First walk down here. Yeah, remember when it was a 12-inch tortoise?
Yeah.
Grows fast.
Yeah, they grow fast out here. Steve's tortoise seems to be irrevocably stuck to the hill. We've been working on freeing this thing up for, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes, 12 hours.
Day and a half. We slept out here.
Well, this project is going to be continued tomorrow because we cannot break that thing loose.
It's going to soften over tonight.
Yeah, sure. You know, we should pour a couple gallons of water on it, but I don't think we have a couple gallons left. That would soften the dirt, but nope. Yeah, today we're not asking. Today you're coming out.
Oh, yeah. Hot going? Yeah. Mike said 15 minutes. Bill said 30. I want to...
My guess was within an hour we'd have it out of here and on the truck.
You're way too... Oh, we didn't go to that. We just talked about flipping it into the net. Yeah, to the net.
I was thinking job done.
Moving.
Oh, yeah, this stuff moves, shifting all around it.
Shave a couple hundred pounds off it.
How many people want to bet that Steve can't flip it by himself?
We're doing that now?
Your nuts are too
This thing's done pissed me off.
$1 bills changing hands back here.
Forgetting I don't have a Yeah, if I go to the Badlands, the knee pads are already on before I even get in the truck. Oh yeah, true. Alright, let's get this beast.
We need a new debt soon.
Yeah, it's got some holes. No way.
Put a pry bar on this side,
yes,
put the bar on this side, help flip it.
We might. We'll take a second. 1, 2, 3, go.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot of matrix there, Steve. You might want to shave some of that
Where's
down.
that hammer?
Good. This is the piece right here that was holding it up. Here.
Yeah.
Smack the shit out of that.
All right.
Get your picture there, Stevie.
I'm recording.
Okay.
Yeah, I told them to get the extraction.
So I've got a 2 for you, Steve. We can exchange tonight back at the fort.
I appreciate it. Pull the fucking pillar of rock out of the ground.
Let's see. But, find something smaller next year, Steve, will you?
Absolutely. I got my big tortoise. I'll walk past every other one. If they don't say it's a pocket tortoise, I'm going to walk away.
Well, maybe you'll have to be one you find next year.
Absolutely.
So what they're doing is they're going to shave off a lot of this excess matrix to make it so that the 4 of us who carry it out don't all rupture. Okay, we're going to use our walking sticks and the cargo net to try and get this beast out of here. A shrimp net?
Same thing.
Well, we use it as a cargo net. Well, we didn't have any video getting it in because it took all of us to lift it up that high. But it's on the ATV. We take it to the trucks. Steve's happy. Nobody got hurt. We're all good. Bye. Well, that was a fantastic fossil hunting expedition. Good 10 days out here. Had a lot of fun. Found some critters. Saw some northern lights. And just had a grand old time out here. And we've got a new base camp here at Fort Robinson, which we are really loving. I think we're going to be here from now on. In fact, we've already reserved this building for next year. So, yeah, we like Fort Robinson. It's really convenient without a lot of the issues that we've had at the last place we stayed at. So, we like it. We'll be back. If you folks had a good time watching these videos, give them a like, give them a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching this one. Bye.